So our final speaker tonight is Marcel Van Ooyen. He is the Executive Director of GrowNYC and has been a leader and pioneer in composting efforts for the City of New York.
Wonderful to be here. I never imagined that we'd fill up a Broadway theater about food waste. It's incredible. And I'm not as witty as some of the speakers, so I don't have a bunch of Broadway shows mentioned here, but I will say you could feed your scraps to your cats. I'll be here all week. Tip your servers. I'm going to try to be very, very fast because I'm between you and food, and we're talking a lot about food, and you just heard about some great meals that are being prepared. So GrowNYC is a 40-year-old nonprofit, and we have 4 main programs. We run the Green Market Farmers Markets, we build community gardens, we do environmental and food education, and we work to build community gardens, school gardens around the city. So we take kind of a wide view when it comes to food waste, and we turned the 3 R's into what I call the 3 P's. I'm going to read them because I wrote them on the subway over here. And so prevent, provide, and process. So prevent, we try to get our farmers to utilize their fields better, to ensure that they have a good crop plan when they're growing for the market so they're not overproducing. We work with them to continue to use what they can't sell and to use it as feed or biofuel on their farms. We try to educate our consumers at the markets about how to reduce waste and use what we call from the tip to tail of vegetables and anything they're eating. In fact, we have some recipes that are going to be out on the desk out front after this. You can take one. We try to provide by taking the produce that we don't sell and delivering it to great organizations like City Harvest and 31 other food pantries and soup kitchens around the city. City Harvest picks up at a number of our markets, and we also work directly with these providers by having them come to the market or trucking it over after the market. So in some of our outer borough community markets where City Harvest can't get because it would take a lot to drive out there, we'll actually have a hand truck and wheel it to a soup kitchen where they'll come and get it from us. And then the last thing we try to process. Our recycling office has worked with the Department of Sanitation, and based on what you heard from the Lower East Side Ecology Center, and take their model and expand it originally to 7 markets, now to 29 markets. So you can drop off your food scraps at 29 of our markets. It is then processed by a local community composter or by the Department of Sanitation and turned into usable soil. And when we started doing this, people rolled their eyes at us, and my staff thought I was crazy when we wanted to take their great model and expand it to our other markets, because imagine people, which I do, gathering your garbage in a bag, sticking it in your freezer and waiting for the market to come on Saturday, and then dragging it so many miles and dropping it into a bin. And even then I go, well, you know what? If they're crazy enough to do that, let's put out a cup and see if they'll actually give us $1 to do it, or $2 to support the program. So they did. So it was incredible. People were so motivated, and we have collected over 1.8 million pounds of food scraps to date. We're about 1 million pounds a year. We've donated 1 million pounds of fresh produce to providers like City Harvest and others. So we've been trying to reduce it from all angles. And so, you know, freeze your scraps, bring them to the market, shop at a green market. I beat the time. Thank you.